Hi, I'm Ian Rodley and I'm from Dance Action Zone Leeds, DAZL. This is the Kick-Off Boys partnership. It consists of DAZL, it consists of Leeds City College, the Northern School of Contemporary Dance and Phoenix Dance Theatre. We're working on a new project which is with Health for All's Positive Futures, looking at CSE and online safety in young males, and we're doing that through workshopping with Positive Futures and the wonderful Alison, and using dance as a tool to get this message across. It's really important that we have partnerships like this because it really highlights how dance can be used as a brilliant tool to really engage the wider health and social care agenda.
Hi, my name's Alison and I work for Health for All. I run the Positive Futures Young Males project, which is funded through Children in Need. The project works with young males from 11 to 21 years around developing awareness of child sexual exploitation, building self-esteem and social networks along the way. I've previously delivered programmes in school and in youth group settings. However, this time I've been lucky enough to work with Ian and DAZL and the amazing Kick-Off Boys project in partnership with Phoenix Dance, Northern School of Contemporary Dance and Leeds City College. This has been a really exciting project. I initially delivered a session with the boys to help them to understand how young people might be exploited and to recognise the signs and stages of grooming. The boys have identified the risks and looked at how they can keep themselves safe. One thing that came out of the work is how little people identify child sexual exploitation with boys. Parents, professionals both have shared how they often relate this to girls and they don't think about the dangers for boys. So the message that we want to put across is this does happen to boys too, and for the young people themselves to think about who you're talking to online. It's been a real pleasure working with the young guys and they've worked really, really hard.
My name is Donald Edwards and my role is to choreograph a project based on CSE. They've responded really well. Initially, in terms of the project and the idea of the project, we had to source information. So somebody came in and delivered a workshop based on the whole thing about grooming, etc., etc. And the way that they've responded to it is that they do a lot of some of that work at school. So they've brought some of that knowledge and experience into the space to help us create this physical theatre piece that we're going to deliver with them based on the idea. And the actual subject itself is very important when it comes to young men, because we tend to put a lot of ownership, not in the wrong way, on women's vulnerability, rape and etc. But for some of us, we don't know that a lot of this stuff goes on with men, with male grooming. So for me, it was very particularly interesting to see how I was going to translate that from the idea into something that people are going to understand in terms of theatre. So it's a piece based on reflections of different things. So in the piece, you will see the virtual reality world, which is the games that we're using, that the kids use when they're out and they've got their headpieces on and they're talking to people who they might not necessarily know about. And we're using vulnerability, when people have got things inside of them that's happened in their past experiences, but they find it really hard to express. So through all these journeys, there's something in there for everybody. But the outcome at the end of the day through that theatrical piece is that there's hope, that they're not alone, and there are people out there that can help, steer, heal, and help them through that particular journey. So that's what the piece is about. It's based on information, but it's also based on people's experiences and awareness that these things do happen around it.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Sean Willis, and I'm the assistant choreographer of Kick-Off. How we translated the idea into movement is that actually we started off with just the movement. We started off with task. For example, with the duet, it was a task around connect, disconnect, and moving each other around the space using push or pull or reconfigure around the space. After creating the movement around these words, we then started to analyze where we can put emotions into it, taking from the different stages of the CSE that we learned from Alison. So for example, with friendship, we made it more light. We started to edit the movement to suit more the context of the different stages and so on throughout the duet.
Hi, I'm Chloe and I'm a dance practitioner at DAZL. I've just graduated from Leeds Beckett University and I've been given this amazing opportunity to work on the Kick Off Boys project. I think using dance to kind of communicate these issues is really getting the boys involved and they're really responsive to the tasks that we give them, so yeah, it's going really well.
Child sexual exploitation, or CSE, is a term used where a person, usually older than a victim, uses them to manipulate and get them onto their side by bribing them into doing something sexual with them, by giving them things in return which they crave, which could range from gifts, money, drugs, alcohol, or even a place to stay, something that'll make them feel welcome, like they've got a friend.
So hi, I'm Liam. I'm part of Kick Off Boys group, and child exploitation is where a child is made to do something where they don't want to do, such as going places, taking drugs, or doing sexual activities. These stages can be classed as 4, which is targeting, where someone will identify a vulnerable young person who they can prey upon. And then there's caring, which they'll be there for them, they'll always be there for a talk, or they'll take them places where they need to go when other people let them down. Then there's the love stage, where they tell them they love them, they're the only person in the world for them, and they can't be without them. And then once they've got them into the web, there's the hate stage, where it's constant abuse, getting shouldered off, made to do things that they don't want to do with possibly other people or with substances that they've never even chosen.
My key points on keeping safe are to always ensure that your mobile phone has battery life and you can always get in contact with someone. Also, make sure you have a bit of money on you so you know where to get transport, know the bus routes so you know how to get home, and also tell someone where you are. Make sure you know someone who's very close to you that you can trust, that can also come looking for you if something does unfortunately happen.
You can keep yourself safe by following, there's loads of steps, but I think there's 4 main ones, to be honest. First one, tell someone where you are. If you can't tell family because you don't want them to know, tell a friend so they know where you are if you don't show up. Second one, always make sure you've got a backup plan to get home if someone don't go right, someone to pick you up or somebody to get the bus or something. Third one, just common sense. Just when you're on the internet talking to them, make sure you get pictures of the face, make sure you have live video calls, you know that they've got friends, and make sure it's not just catfishes, because that can lead to some dangerous places. And the fourth one, just generally listen to your body. Your body will know if something is rough. If you're feeling like shaky on the back of your neck, get out of there and go be safe.
You can keep safe online by never giving out your personal details to anyone, like your email, your passwords, your account or your mobile phone number. You can make sure that you don't befriend anyone who you don't know or you don't trust, and also to keep your account secure on a high privacy setting.
One of the main ways you can keep safe outdoors is by making sure you've always got spare money, battery on your phone, and making sure an adult or a guardian knows exactly where you are or where you're going.
From working with Positive Futures and Kick Off Boys, I've learnt the 4 stages of grooming and the fact it happens to boys more than you think. So just be careful out there, and what I would say to others is ask yourself, does this feel right, and what could happen if it goes wrong? Then you'll see the difference.
The most important things that I've learned through this course and this dance is to always listen to your body. Your body knows what's right for you, what's wrong with you. It also makes you feel like you're safe and you're welcome. If you don't feel comfortable in what you're doing, don't do it. I also learned that most of the CSE cases also come from online. So you could even go from playing a game on your games console with a friend of a friend, and that could lead mainly into CSE and child sexual exploitation. That is one of the main leads to it.
The main thing I've learnt about CSE is that you need to make it's easy to fall into the trap of CSE, and you need to make sure you know who you're talking to, who you're meeting up with, and always make sure that a trusted adult or parent or a guardian knows where you are, so that if you do get into trouble, then they can help you or pick you up.
I've learned that people are being manipulated into doing stuff they wouldn't like to be doing.
My advice to other young boys would to not be afraid to speak out about any problems or any thoughts that you have if you feel like you're involved in something like this. And also, most importantly, to listen to yourself and feel your body. If your body's telling you something isn't right and something isn't safe, make sure that you follow what you truly think and believe.
My message to other boys would be to not be embarrassed about anything that's happened to you, and make sure you tell other people so you can share your opinions and make sure other people are safe about it as well.